Hey guys, Fabio Elmo here, and welcome to the Elmo Stage channel. Today's title is What to Do when a woman pulls back. Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do when a woman pulls back out of the dating interaction that you maybe have with a woman, or maybe even out of the relationship that you have with a woman. Okay, and make sure that you stay until the end, because at the end of the video, key point number 9, I'm going to tell you the biggest move to do to know what to do when a woman pulls back. So stay until the end, and also stay until the end because at the end of the video I have a beautiful gift for you that's going to help you in your dating life and in your relationship. Okay guys, so make sure you stay until the end, and also be a little kind. Be a little kind for the new YouTuber, that's Fabio Elmo, and subscribe and like. Okay, you can help me to get in the YouTube algorithm, and I'm giving you a ton of value here, free for nothing. Okay, so let's dive in. So first you gotta know what is a pullback. Okay, a pullback is a test. It's a test from the woman to create distance, and it's really to just test your emotional strength. Your emotional strength as a man. You gotta know that women are all emotional. Okay, they make decisions based on their emotions. And so the only reason that she really is doing that is to test your emotional strength. Okay, she wants to see this guy, how strong is he? And how strong is he on the inside? Okay, not on the outside, but on the inside. So, why does she do this? It's her hypergamous instinct that helps her to do this. She does this to test your value and to see if you're the strongest mate. Because you gotta know that a woman, just like us, maybe not just like us, because a lot of guys are putting all their eggs in one basket, but women also dates multiple men, because out of that pool of multiple men that she's dating, okay, she wants the strongest man that she can have, the strongest mate with the most value, with the highest sexual market value. Okay, and so her hypergamous instinct is telling her that to test that guy, to see his internal strength. Okay, she wants to see what your internal value is as a man. That's why she's pulling back. Okay, that's the why. Now that you know that she wants to test your internal value, you gotta understand the third point. There is internal strength versus external strength. Now, what is external strength? External strength is all things that she can see with her eyes, and those are more the materialistic things that you have as a man. It's external value, and it's looks, money, and status. Okay? Now, you gotta understand that external value is important to attract, but you gotta understand that it's temporary. Okay? It's a temporary thing, because that you have looks, money, and status doesn't mean that she's going to stay with you. It helps you to get your foot in the door and to attract her, but when she sees that she's going to pull back and that you feel that pullback, she's going to see you as weak. Okay, so external really is, like I said yesterday in my video, 20% of a relationship with a woman, and if a relationship goes well with a woman. 80% is internal value, and that's all about the confidence the guy has, the emotional strength the guy has, and the emotional resilience that the guy has. And this guy, the internal strength, is everlasting. So she's seeking a guy that is internal strong, because when she sees that a guy is internal strong, that's a good bet for survival. That's a good bet for her hypergamous instinct that is saying, this guy is strong. This guy is strong on the inside. He has confidence, he has emotional strength, emotional resilience. Okay, when I'm testing him, he's a strong guy. He doesn't do the things that I'm going to show you now. So what does she do? Or how does she do it? She suddenly stopped texting. She's going to act distance. She's going to create space to see. So she's going to create space from you. So you're here, she's here. She's creating space, and she just wants to see if you are going to close that gap, if you're going to close that space and chase her. Okay? That's what she's doing. That's why she's creating space. And she's going to show hot and cold behavior. Okay, you don't. Sometimes a woman, you're going to see that she's very hot for you. She's always complimenting you. She is always nice and sweet and kind to you. And sometimes she decides to just test you a little bit, do a pullback, and show some cold behavior. Because that's what it is, a pullback. She's pulling back from you, and that's a little bit of a cold behavior that a woman does. Okay, it's not nice. So at first she was always there, giving you compliments, being sweet to you and kind to you, and then suddenly, out of the blue, she's creating distance and she shows some cold behavior. Okay? And that's how they do it. That's how they do it. Now, what does failing looks like? Okay? You're going to fail, or she's going to see you as a failure when she pulls back, when you do the following things. You're going to chase her. Again, she's creating that space. You're here, she's here. Things were cool, things were hot. Maybe you had some intimacy and sex. And then she decides one day, I'm going to do a pullback. I'm going to test his strength. Is he going to chase me? So, what does she do? She creates distance. Okay? And then she wants to see, is he going to close that distance? Is he going to chase me? Okay? You can never chase her, guys. Okay? So, what a lot of guys also are going to do is they're going to ask if there is something wrong. They're going to ask, hi honey, I didn't saw you or I didn't heard you for a couple of days. At first I was seeing you or hearing from you every day. Now I didn't hear from you 3 days, 4 days. Is there something wrong? Did I do something wrong? And when you ask those things, in her head it's like, insecurity test failed. He's insecure. In her head it goes like, he needs to ask me if he did something wrong or said something wrong. So because of that he must be insecure. Even if you're not, but that's how she perceives it in her mind. That's how that's how it goes in her brains. Okay, so, and the third thing that guys do that always fails, or that you see as a failure, is he's seeking reassurance. And that's a little bit of the same thing as asking what's wrong. He's seeking reassurance that is he still in the game? Does she still likes him? He's going to send things like, the man is going to send things like, hey, how's your day? Or hey, what are you doing today? Or hey, how's work? And that's really some fluff messages just to see for yourself, for the man himself, to see that is he going to respond. But she perceives it as weak because she thinks like, yeah, he's not interested. Be honest, guy, you're not interested to know if her day is going good or that how work is, or what she's going to do that day. Be honest with yourself, guys. You're not really wanting to know those things. You just want to know if she still likes you. And that's why the guy is seeking reassurance, and she sees that as weakness. Fourth thing is showing neediness. Showing that you need her. Sending text like, hey, I didn't hear from you. A couple of days, I miss you. Can we see each other again because I miss you? And that shows that you're weak and that you're needy. Never show neediness. Neediness is one of the biggest attraction killers. Okay? And a fifth thing that you're going to do is try to fix the problem. And that's a little bit also asking what's wrong, because wrong equals a problem. And a lot of time, guys, we as a man, our logical brain is we want to fix things. Okay, we always want to fix things or problems that are going into our life, into our relationships. Maybe if there's something going bad with your friend, or you have a discussion with your friend and you have a little argue with your friend. If it's a good friend and you care about him, you want to fix the problem with him. If you have a problem with your parents, a couple of days ago I had a problem with my father. I texted him something that was meant funny, but you know that when you send a text, sometimes you don't know how the person behind the screen that is receiving the text, how he perceives it. Okay, because it's text, you can interpret it in a lot of ways. And so I realized that when I sent it that, it was like a joke, but he received it like a little bit of a not nice thing to do from my side. And I was aware enough to see that, and so I wanted to fix the problem with my father. I called him and I said, I'm sorry, didn't have to say that. And so yeah. But we as guys want to fix problems. And so also in our relationship with a woman, or when we are dating with a woman, we see a pullback as a thing we need to fix, because we think there's something wrong, so we want to fix it. And that's just our mentality. We want to fix problems, and never think that you're the problem. Okay? Because that's what she wants. She wants to know that, she wants to see how you're going to react. Okay? So, point number 6, what passing looks like a G. How are you going to pass those things like a motherfucking G? I'm going to tell you. First, you gotta stay calm. A man who is calm is a strong man. Because a man who is calm isn't faced by any tests. He knows his words. He stays calm in every situation. He's not getting emotional. Being calm and staying centered, the second thing, is the opposite of emotional. Okay? She wants to know that at every time when she's testing you, you stay calm, you stay centered, you focus on yourself, you focus on your purpose, you focus on your mission, you focus on your sports, you focus on going to the gym and building those muscles, building your company, building your business. Okay? She wants to see that you're focused. Because when she pulls away and you chase her, you focus on her. You're not focused anymore on your business or on yourself. So focus on yourself. That's the third thing for passing the test like a G. The fourth thing, give her distance. Very easy. She acts distant, you give her the distance. You don't care. I give her distance, you don't care. She's giving distance, I give her distance. Okay? And pulling back with her. She pulls back, you pull back. Okay? That's how it is. She pulls back, you stay here. No problem. You're not trying to fill that space or to fill that gap. Okay? She needs to come to you again, because that's how it is. Women need to come back to you. It's female energy. Women are seeking reassurance from the strongest man, and that's you. So do this, you will pass the test like a G, and the things are going to come good. The things are going to fall in place. Okay? So the seventh point is the key truths to remember. First, you gotta understand, guys, that attraction for a woman to a man grows by spending time apart. When she does a pullback and you are not trying to fill that gap, you keep that space, she's going to start to miss you, because a woman's love grows by spending time apart. We always thought that, spending a lot of time with a woman, sitting on the couch, eating chips, eating potato chips, eating cookies, I don't know what, ice cream, I don't know what, but we always thought that spending a lot of time watching Netflix with a woman, eating together, every day spending the time together on the couch, that her attraction is going to grow. That's not true. That's a false belief. So you gotta create that space, and when you create that space, attraction will grow. So it's just good that you also act a little bit distant. Women need time and space apart to miss you. Okay, so attraction grows through space. That's the first truth that you need to remember. The second thing is respect a man who can stand alone. She only respects a man who can stand alone, who can live on his own, who has his own life in place. When she sees a man that has his own life in place, she wants to be a part of that man's life, because she sees that, he's always disciplined, he's always putting himself first, and because he's putting himself first, that's the man I want to be with, because this man knows his direction. He has discipline, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's doing, he has direction. Okay? Third thing, you gotta understand, guys, that neediness kills attraction. There's no bigger turn-off than a man who is needy. There's no bigger turn-off than a man who can control his emotional state and always is needy for her. Okay? And the fourth truth that you need to remember is you come always first. You put yourself first every time. Because when you put yourself every time first, you're a winner. She sees that you have direction in life, and she wants to follow you in that direction. Okay? So, what's the mindset of this all? The mindset that you need to have. It's important to have a mindset, guys. If you have a positive mindset, you fill your brain with positivity. Okay? So, I'm okay with or without her. You're okay with or without her. If she wants to leave, she leaves. It's okay. I'm okay. I know myself. I know my worth. I know who I am. She wants to leave? Okay. But you can chase her. Maybe she will come back, maybe not. But when she sees that you're leveling up, and she sees that he's not chasing me, all the other guys that I know, that I'm dating, and I do this pullback, because you gotta understand, guys, that every woman does a pullback. Every woman. Okay? When she knows her worth and she wants to see where your worth is, what your worth is, she's going to pull back. They all do it. Okay, so when you're just okay without her, she knows that, this guy is okay with himself, he doesn't need me, and because he doesn't need me, I want him. Because women want what they can't have. Women want men who don't need them. Okay? So, I'm okay with or without her. That's the mindset. The second mindset is, she's part of my life, and I like her. She's a great woman, I like her. She's beautiful, she's sweet, she's kind, sometimes. But she's not my everything. She's not my whole life. She's not the most important thing in my life. When you put yourself first and you do all things that's leveling you up, your external value and your internal value, you're going to win because you put yourself first. And really, guys, deep inside, a woman doesn't want to be her first priority in your life. She doesn't want that you treat her as your first priority, because nowadays a lot of men do that, and they put the relationship with a woman that they have as their main focus, and that's why they lose the woman. In the end, they lose the woman because they put the woman into their center of their life. And she's not going to tell you that, but she doesn't want she doesn't want her to be, sorry for my English, but sometimes it's difficult. She doesn't want that she is the center of your life. Okay? So stay focused on yourself and level up your external strength and your internal strength. So, what is the biggest move to do? I'm going to put that in beautiful green. The biggest move to do is to pull back with her. And if you listened well to Fabio Elmo, I already told you that here. You have to pull back with her. Okay? That's the biggest move you can do to win. Because she's pulling back, you pull back, you create distance. And that distance is going to do that she's going to miss you. That distance is going to make that she sees that you don't chase her and that you don't need her. And because of that, she's going to come back because she knows that this guy is strong. This guy doesn't chase me. This guy doesn't pursue me. Okay? So, if the pullback is taking more than 2 or 3 weeks and you don't hear from her 2 or 3 weeks, you always can text her a message, okay, and ask her, hey, how's your day? Because you waited 2 or 3 weeks, okay? And sometimes those really beautiful women, they have so much choices in men that sometimes they don't text back either. So you gotta understand that you can only win if you pull back with her, and if you keep a long time apart and you don't text her for 2-3 weeks or a month. When you then send that text message, she already knows that, oh, after 1 month, after 3 weeks, he's back again. But this guy never chased me. This guy never pursued me. And you gotta understand, guys, that when you're dating a woman and her sexual market value is high, she has a lot of options, probably the guy who can wait 3 weeks or wait a month before texting her, if he's not text you first, that guy in her eyes will be the strongest guy, and hypergamy will be satisfied. She will be looking up to you because it's difficult for guys to stay away 3 or 1 month if they're really attracted to the woman, because they get all emotional, they lose their self, they're not strong to themselves, they need that contact. And so you can never do that, guys. You also gotta understand, in your relationships, if you really want to win and you don't want a pullback to happen, it's difficult, but the biggest chance for you to win also is to never pull forward. If you're not pulling forward and wanting her and needing her and wanting her for a relationship, that's pulling forward. If you never pull forward, she can never pull back, because you're always in your center, you're always calm, you're never pushing for anything, you always stay here, and because you stay here and not pushing for anything, she can never pull back, because you're not pushing forward. Okay? So that's the last takeaway, a last little gem that I want to give you. That's it, guys, that's the video of today. Like, comment and subscribe, because if you want to keep having those beautiful presentations with a lot of value, you just gotta subscribe. You just gotta like and put this channel into the algorithm. Okay, also, because I'm starting on YouTube and I'm a very good guy, a very nice guy, I'm not a bad boy like everyone says. Make sure that you click on the link in the description if you want to have a 30-minute free call. Since I'm starting on YouTube, I have a little bit of time to help you. I'm sure I can help you. So click on the link in the description for a 30-minute free call. Also, if you want to know how to attract and retain every woman, join my school community. It's for free. You will have the course for free. It's really amazing, and you only can win, because now you're going to have the process to attract and retain every woman. So I see you inside. Ciao.